approaches and has a hit. Jack McGlynn! That is an absolute banger to draw this game level.
What's happening? We're back. The league is back. We don't have to worry about Leagues Cup anymore. Other than, obviously, the final and the third place match, which you can't play in Challenger. So we're talking Challenger, baby. We got Daniel Brubaker. Let's go. Fellow dupe collector, as well as FC Dallas fan. Let's go on the podium. I think it's the first time we've ever had a podium on here. Alex, what's happening? How's it going? It's pretty good. I've had a really busy week. We'll get into it. A little behind schedule for what, but I'm going to answer questions as well as finalize lineups. I have my preliminary lineups posted. I just need to finish those up either half during the stream and after the stream is kind of what I'm going to do. So after the stream, I'll make sure that everything's finalized. I have them done, just not copied over to the right places. UPKIA, yo, what's happening? So we got a full slate. I love it. Appreciate you guys for joining late. Had hockey practice, so jumped on as soon as I could afterwards. Have a little stream team news. We can actually sell cards for profit, which is crazy. Alex, you're gonna. I did sell your boy, although he's in a good matchup, which I took the profit. So I will definitely show that here shortly. Actually, let's just, why not? See what I'm doing. So pretty much I'm taking profits if I can, and that includes ROI type of thing as well. So basically, stream team's been good. You can't really complain about it at all. We've been hitting a little bit. Let's see if we can see this in a little. Whoa, not that much. Holy. So yeah, we haven't hit the full return yet. But again, I still have cards. So if we take a look here, game week 500 since we restarted, obviously. $74 cost, and the return has been 31. I haven't sold any of those cards. So let's see. Other than Costa, we made back the 100%. So profited 49% on him. And then the Vinny Suze was the other one. I have all the other cards. So I kind of just did this stupid spreadsheet, but it gets the job done enough. So we did cap 240 the last chance, got tier 4 worth $1.36 on that one. Then I got a $10, and then in the box I got a $5 market credit too. So we're gonna use that market credit towards a new team, because I pretty much have sold most of the pieces from last week. Game week 1 was good. Looking at 86% of the 100% that I've spent, and let's see, we're still sitting on Bakuna, Alfie Doty, and booted me off. There we go. We're back. Lewis, what's happening? Good to hear from you. I know it's 3 a.m. there, whatever time it is. So props to you being up this early or late, whatever you want to call it there. So as you come in, as always, shoot me your questions. I'll do another stream team. I got to buy some players, obviously. Jay Blaze, let's go. What's happening? New York City in the house. Let's go. Santi Rod, great spot. Can't wait to play him this game week. I actually haven't looked at anything, so it's going to be a surprise of what I can play this weekend, which will be fun. So as you come in, as always, whatever questions you have, hit me with them. We'll see. Hopefully I have an answer. Spent the last couple of hours scrolling through the new UI when building lineups. Oh, the button on Sorare Data. I refuse to get over there unless I absolutely have to. For sure. Let's see. Sloth DK, what's happening in the house? Here is a good one. So the main question in regards to Suarez, I saw news a couple weeks ago about potential suspension due to missing the All-Star game. Yes, that is a legit suspension. We haven't heard anything though. So it's a toss-up. My Inter Miami lineups, that's one of the notes. I just got home, so I haven't been able to change anything. But after I get off, check your lineups in the morning, or any of the lineups in the morning. I'm thinking I have to dock Suarez because, again, I haven't seen, if anyone's seen confirmed news, I know that's legit a thing. Will they enforce it for him missing it? Or are they going to say, oh, no, he was injured, he had something? So I need to dock his percent a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to Campana as the starter because it seems like Inter Miami lives by their own rules. So unlucky ever. I'm good here. Hope you're good as well. Do you know how long Evander is out? He's supposed to play. He's supposed to play in some capacity, but how much is the question? So I will pull up the actual presser. So I don't want to say he will play. It's more. I think we'll load in the background here. Maybe not. If you sent me a DM, I haven't answered any DMs. I apologize. I'll get to them. Again, I'm running behind. I had Meet the Teacher night. I worked till like 8 p.m. the one night with Meet the Teacher night, which is pretty brutal. And I just haven't had a lot of time to do it. So let's check out the tweet. It would help if it's on the screen, huh? So the basic video. He's a major doubt. Says he may still play reduced minutes. So I kind of misspoke there. He's not for sure going to play. I read into this and I listened to the whole thing. 16-second clip here. Reduced minutes. I would not play him if I had an Evander, which is terrible because he's in a really good spot. That's a major bummer there. So that's what we're seeing there on Evander. Apologize to that. Getting through Euro lineups first. Nice. He's getting off, folks. I just thought we would see something. Yeah. We do get news beforehand. So that's also with me working now. I know it's terrible. I have to work. I don't know if I can check those news before. I'm going to see if I can beforehand. But yeah, we usually get the Tata Martino. I think it's like an hour or two before lock. So we should hear anything. But yeah, like I said, it's Inter Miami, and Jimmer seems to agree there. Diego Gonzalez, starter for Real Salt Lake. He will be. I just don't know if I haven't seen him get his visa or anything yet. So that's why I didn't put him in there yet. So I think he's still waiting for his visa. I'm hoping to hear something, but I don't have him in there as of now. Nate, what's up? Against St. Louis, yeah, sorry, I misspoke. This is a new St. Louis team. They're good. They're good now. The back line is okay. Pokey Dreams, what's happening? What would be a good budget MLS keeper, defender, and attacker? Man, if only there was an article where I wrote about that. Oh, man. I'll link it in the bio or in the chat here. I did RotoWire's back, baby. You're probably going to have to hide it with all the EPL. Oh, no, here we go on the front page. I'll put this in the chat just in case you didn't see it. I wrote this today, so I do have some, to be honest, honestly, whenever I was going through, I usually do a budget option as well. And everything was a budget. Everything was a value, I should say. I was looking at some of the prices and I'm like, okay, I could just do a full stack. I know there's only 9 matches left, but it's kind of crazy. When Klaus, probably around Christmas, if I had to guess. We got some news today. Let's see, Klaus trained briefly with the team and then was running separately today in the last couple of days. So that's what I saw on that, Daniel. Jimmer's a St. Louis fan, if you couldn't tell from the satire there. And then Nielsen was 1 week behind them, so we'll see. Thanks, I'm fine too. Got what is it? At least I'm happy you'll play next week. Yeah. There were some lukewarm transfer. You guys see that Christian Oliveira moved? That's kind of crazy. Only once a year. That Oliveira move, I know that LAFC is kind of cashing in. Is Bogusz going to go as well? Does that mean it's David Martinez time? Or they switch up the formation, which kind of makes a little bit more sense with what they have. Tillman made the bench last match. So, yeah. Oh, please just let him play. Jesus Ferreira, can we just I got them for my under 23 teams. I'm like, oh man, there's no good under 23 forwards for the summer. Haven't been able to even use them. So hopefully, yeah, everyone liked the stream. Yeah, I appreciate it. Any likes are definitely appreciated on any medium that you're watching. Don't need that bad juju. Yeah. Oh man. So if I've had many messages that I just haven't been able to get to, but the preliminary lineups, and it still says preliminary. I apologize about the little bit of lateness there. Again, after the stream, I'll have all those posted. I think there's only like 4 lineups that I don't have the actual percents. I just have my starting lineups in there, but I'll put the actual percents in. Basically, whenever you wake up tomorrow, they'll be there. But again, it's been a hectic week. That's really haven't had any time to do anything. If people are looking for free options, I know that we went paid with Sorare Inside and Predictorify. RotoWire, I have my starting lineups. There's no like information on it, but if you're looking for a free option, I do have everything available there. It's there's no info with it, like you're not going to get any percents, but it's a great free option. My school is 5 days a week, but we kind of had our introduction this week, so it's only 2 days, so Thursday, Friday with kids, but we've had in-service Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Tuesday was meet the teacher night, so I had all day and then meet the teacher till 8, and that was cut into my lineup making time, and it is pretty brutal. How am I supposed to make lineups whenever I'm talking to parents? Jimmer does. My wife got it made for Christmas, so yeah, it's really official here. Yeah, just in case anyone didn't know who I was, I want to make sure I had a name tag. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Neon sign. She got custom made. So if Sorare dies, we're gonna be in bad luck. We're gonna need to chop off the. It's just gonna be Deke. Yeah, and that's like she's bright. Yeah, it's I had to tone it down. It gets brighter. I think I'm just sitting in the dark, and it's bright. So if it's like annoying, let me know, and I can turn it off if it's blinding the stream here. Man, we're rocking and rolling. Love it. Hey, predictions go paid, and then more people in my stream. I love to see it. Turn it up, baby. Yeah, I just want to blind everybody, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, as you have questions, let's hit them. Narky, let's go. I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, we got I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel, but like the whole Leagues Cup, I've just been completely turned off to it, and I know a lot of people I've talked with them about it, but now that like league plays back, I kind of am getting that. All right, we're back. I feel better. I can play him in Challenger. I can not complain about it. ATX, let's go. Mihailovic wrists, yeah, flu-like symptoms. That's why he played 60 minutes. I think he's going to be fine. If he played through it there, the third place match does have a lot of bearing, but they do have to travel to Philly. I think the worst of his symptoms were like the day before and the day of is what I took it. So I think he'll play. I mean, they need him to play. A lot on the line. MLS weekends, baby. MLS weekends. Anti-stack and under 23. Yeah. That makes it pretty difficult, doesn't it? So like my Philly stack that I'd normally play, just no place for that. And then under 23, I do have like McGlynn in them, but like in my gallery, I don't even know if they're gonna be hitting there. I haven't looked at anything, so I don't know anything about the matchups. We're gonna go through that together for sure. Lack of box returns, yeah. I do. So like, there's certain things I like, certain things I don't. Last game week, I didn't have. Let's see, I might have had 1 card reward. Yeah, 1 card reward. But I had a ton of boxes, which at least I was getting essence. left and right, which was awesome. But yeah. LA, yeah, he got his visa, so I don't think he's going to start right out of the gate. That's another formation that's I don't have updated, but again, I will post stream. I don't think Royce will start right out of the gate. I think it makes sense to do a 4-2-3-1. Him play, as a cam, which maybe like Ricky moves off to the left side. He's played left mid before, but it's more been a 4-3-3. You're going to have to play them both together, obviously. You're not going to bench Ricky. But like Jovic, whenever he comes back, he's still out of the picture. That kind of pushes him out. And then it's like, okay, do you sit Paintsel? No. Do you sit Gabriel Peck, who somehow doesn't have cards still? Get that man a card? No, absolutely not. So can you play Royce in the midfield as like a central mid beside maybe you go Cirillo as a more defensive-minded guy, or like Delgado, Brookman? It's really hard to say, and I don't have a good read on it at all. I just don't know how they're going to line up, and I don't know. Anyone in the chat have an idea of how that's going to work? I just, this weekend at least, I don't see Royce. It's going to be kind of like the Giroud situation, in my opinion. That they'll give him a few matches as like a preseason type of thing, and then maybe be ready for playoffs or like the final stretch. Davidov, let's go. Hello. Oh, 2 or 4 aren't in Challenger, so yeah, that is tough. The Vancouver match was postponed due to not only LAFC, but they also, I believe, a Tuesday match for the Canadian Championship. So I think it was like a both ways, not just LAFC. Red or Dead, hello, let's go. Anti-MLS, yeah, I mean, lock it in. Anti-MLS, Sorare Scout, what's happening? Back to school. Let's go. Andy, I just started, so like on my commuting back and forth to the hockey rink tonight, I started listening to the pod. Great stuff. I love the Uzbekistan story. I found that hilarious. Andy, what do you do? You said you were like checking in kids. What do you do? I was kind of thrown off by that. Yeah. Okay. Pooj, maybe lower with Delgado. That makes sense. Yeah, no problem, Ray. Absolutely. Helena will trounce LA. Yeah. You should get a goal for every million you haven't spent out of the millions you got in. Call it even. Let's go. Oh, man. Yeah, Christian, sorry, not Christian. Chico Arango, yeah. He, in my opinion, so someone messaged me about it earlier. I'm just curious where he's at now. He was like really low percentage-wise. Still is, 23%. My guess is people see this graph and are like, what happened? Because he was suspended for those games and the All-Star game. Then he came off the bench. That was a surprise in Leagues Cup that he came off at halftime. But like, there is no reason why he shouldn't start. They're already sold Andres Gomez. I just can't see a way that he doesn't start. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but also RSL, look at those next 2 matchups. I know New England's playing better and they're getting people back. Still home matches, but that's a really nice stretch there. Speaking of nice stretches, Charlotte, wrote about them today. They're going to be in a nice stretch. Do you think Agata will play for Kansas City? I have it as a toss-up. I think it's going to be Polito up top. The thing with them, you could see some rotation with the U.S. Open Cup. I wonder what Alex says if Alex is in here. He's the Sporting Kansas City whisperer and fan. Tough to say that right now, but since they're in the semis, that's how they're going to get into CONCACAF Champions Cup. So they might rotate weekend, and then you could see kind of a funky lineup. So maybe Agata plays. That's a good question. Leagues Cup final prediction. I'm going to go Columbus 2-1. Higher ed, IT stuff. Okay. Help with new chip. Okay. Because I was like, wait, he's not a teacher. Gotcha. Let's go. Switch over from Twitter. Appreciate that. McMath to start. Yes. I do think McMath is going to start. Beavers got the Leagues Cup. I think it's going to go back to McMath, as far as I know. Minter, what's happening? Swiderski or Agyman, and will Tim Ream start his first game for Charlotte? I think it's going to be Swiderski. Of course, Agyman could start, but I do lean Swiderski a little bit more. And I do think Tim Ream is going to start out of the gate. He's been training with them for multiple weeks. My lineup prediction, I could be wrong on this because kind of tough back and forth. Malanda, I think, is pretty set in that back line. I think Andrew Privet could be the odd man out, but I do have him actually starting in the midfield. If you know anything about him, he has midfield cards. He's played midfield in college. So it would kind of make sense. Like if Diani is still out, which he's doubtful in my opinion, I think Privet could jump into that one of those midfield spots if they stick with the 4-3-3. So I think there's a lot of checks in new studs. I bought Arango in season for 25. Just want to make a profit on him. Yeah, I read him up on RotoWire. He's in a smash spot. He's probably, top goal scorer odds against San Jose. You gotta think he gets in a decisive out of this. Did we ever figure out why he got suspended? I don't know exactly what he said, but it was something he said. I could have sworn. Red Devil, what's happening? Even if you missed anything, just ask your questions and I'll help you out. Any update on Jose Martinez? He's going to Corinthians. He gone. Sad day. In season, have two choice, Gata, Kins, or Dotson. I would go with the set start. Well, I say set starter, but I really think that Dotson has a better chance of starting, in my opinion. Agata, if he starts, he could score well, but I would lean Dotson. Daniel Cooper, what's happening? How we doing? Love to see these games. Appreciate you guys coming in late or early, wherever you are. Just keep rapid firing questions. With the paid subscriptions, I don't think I can show on stream. I have messages out if I can. I'm just not sure that I can. But I will tell you any percent that you want to hear or any questions you have, I can answer all those. Just with the paywall, I'm not sure. I just need to get clarification on that for those. So if you don't have any of them, again, RotoWire is free if you're looking for a free option. RotoWire has them. It's just there's no rationale or anything where I do have rationale on the other sites. But glad to answer any questions. I can show you the server probabilities sheet here. We can go through that as well. Or you can just buy a membership. Yeah, buy a membership. Why not? Daniel Cooper, yes. We're avoiding Evander here. I still have this up actually for you. Still playing. Phil Neville's still playing. A major doubt. Still may play reduced minutes. So I, in my opinion, best case scenario, he comes off the bench for 30 minutes max is what I kind of took from that. So I don't have him, but I would be avoiding him. Sadly, I won't say it again that it's a good spot because I don't want to offend Jimmer, and I don't want to offend Andy Black now either. So St. Louis to the moon. Huge impact. He does so much as a 6. Leon Flock isn't the same play. Well, there is no player that's like Jose Martinez. Jose Martinez is just a pit bull that, he's going to get a yellow every match. But he does so much in regaining possession, in kind of the build-up play that he can kind of make a run forward. Man, he's huge loss. So you can see like Ty Baribo, him being out, it's just seeing Ura play up there without him is just a sad show. And I started to come around on him, but he still stinks. Carlos Hill plays most of the game. Let's see, he played in an inter-squad scrimmage about 35 minutes. So I'm thinking if he's good to go, he's 100%. They kind of said he's 100%, he's starting. I'm thinking, he should be probably good for like 75 minutes. He's had plenty of time to recover, so they've been very, very safe with him. I think he should be fine. Maybe even plays 90. If he wasn't good, I don't think he would play. So 100%. He said he's going to start, which you love to hear that beforehand. Man, we never get that. He's going to start. I still only put him at 90% because I never trust anything fully. But yeah, if you're Carl's Hill, you got to feel good about playing him. Even if he plays, you don't want him to play 60, but even in 60, he can rack up enough AA. And if some of the other guys are coming back off the bench, it kind of seemed like Vrioni would maybe get like 10 to 20 minutes. Is kind of what I read into. Barterovich, we don't really know a ton of. Barrero maybe coming off the bench as well. So they do have these like pieces coming off the bench possibly. I was wondering about the Seattle lineups. Seattle, pretty straightforward. I don't think there's too many changes. Some of the changes, they might have one or two here or there, but the couple of news that I took from, I just got to pull up the quotes that I had. Jackson Reagan's one that he has been training on the side. He hasn't been cleared out of concussion protocol. So we're really not going to know if he passes concussion protocol. As of now, I'm kind of leaning towards he's not going to pass it. So I would think Bell moves into that left center back position. The other one, oh yeah, and Daniel Brubaker says rotation with the Open Cup as well. So that plays into it as well. Pedro de la Vega, Schmetzer said he could start. So whatever that means, love to hear that. So yeah, Open Cup seems like they want to win it, obviously. Do we see like João Paulo rotate? Do we see Atencio in the starting lineup? So there are some risks there. Rui Diaz seems like he's starting to get fit. Could he maybe get a spot start and go 45 minutes? There is some risk throughout this lineup. With Reagan kind of not training and stuff, I don't think they're going to risk him. So in my lineup, I flip-flopped Bell as the starter, Reagan as the backup. So John Bell maybe on that. So yeah, I think there's added risk. You don't feel great about playing your Seattle guys. So there is risk with that Open Cup moving forward. UPKA, Choinier, Grasshoppers seem to like it's not a done deal, but it's pretty close. He hasn't been at training, so I think he's going to Grasshoppers in Switzerland? Yeah. So I think that's pretty close to getting done. We'll see, but hasn't been at training or anything, so can't feel good about playing him. That's for sure. No problem. Is that team covered in contenders? Yeah. Yes. The Swiss League is. Yep. Yamar should be fine, but again, unless they rotate and maybe they play Nathan as well with John Bell. I mean, I guess they could do that, but I think Yamar's relatively safe. I went 85% on him. 85% is high, but there is that 15% chance there. He should start. He's fitness-wise, he's fine. Like he can play a midweek. There's no issue with that. With coming back on the U.S. Open Cup, but let's see. Rose, what's happening? Feeling good here. The issue with Reagan is concussion protocol. He's in concussion protocol. He hasn't trained all week. Yeah. So since he hasn't trained and he hasn't passed the protocol, we won't know before lock. So there's some risk. Ruan's a toss-up. I'm interested to see what Daniel Brubaker thinks. I have him as starting just because, I mean, he's going to be fit. I think he adds a dimension that they could use on that right wing back. He's just so fast. We could see Tormasi, Areola could slide back into that. Like Areola could play that wing back kind of position if they do go 5 in the back, which I don't think they will, but that's definitely a chance. Run in Dallas. Third Degree Podcast, that's a good shout. They're definitely kind of the top listen for FC Dallas, so that's good. Tolkien, Gray, Acosta status. Tolkien's good to go. He's been training. He's ready to go. Coach said he wanted him as a vocal leader, and he wants to kind of push on the team now that the Olympics are open. Gray, surprisingly, is available for selection. That doesn't mean he's going to start. I went 60-40. I went 60% Gray, 40% Ilinic. Acosta should be good to go. Full training today. Seems like he will start. And Jesus and Gil dead dust. I don't think so. I think as long as Jesus Ferreira can stay healthy, which, I mean, that's a big if. Carlos Hill should be back. I think he's going to have a resurgence stretch here. So I'm not going to say they're dead. That might just be a little bit of hopefulness. Which non-MLS teams will dominate Challenger this week? Yeah, let's jump into that. Let's jump into our trusty sheet here. So our probabilities. Let me link. Let me link this page. Send them a message. He'll give you a free trial. He'll give you a free trial, and everything you see on here is worth every penny. I don't know how much it is. I say it. I need to ask him to see how much it is, so I can actually tell people how much it is. I don't think it's that much. Whatever it is, it's not enough, in my opinion. But yeah, Daniel, we'll get to that right now. Yeah. So we're looking at just Challenger. Who's going to start over Vander? Anthony, Ayala. Yeah, we've seen some rotation in that midfield. At that central attacking mid, it should be either Moreno, he's played there, or Williamson could slide up there, which would open a central mid spot for one of Ayala. It could be Diego Chara should start. It's just kind of the rotation. He should start. Maybe we see Paredes in there. If it is Williamson at Cam, he played like the first game at Cam, and he had that great performance. That was against Colorado, I believe, 4-0 win, 4-1 win, something like that. He did play there, but Moreno has also played there. I think Moreno plays there. Then that brings in Anthony on the wing. Anthony's been in good form. They seem to really want to get him starts. Yeah. Any idea when they'll be back? Who are we talking here? Jesus Ferreira. If you're saying Jesus Ferreira and Carlos Hill, Hill is going to start, and Jesus Ferreira is kind of questionable. I'm at 45% and Logan Farrington at 55%. So it's a bit of a toss-up, but based on training pictures and everything, it seems like Jesus Ferreira is getting on. So there's some risk for sure there. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Jesus Ferreira. Probably not play him in a top lineup, especially with Europe going on. There's no real reason to. But if that's who you're talking about. All right, so PSV is at the top. Who would have thought? Let's zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. PSV on the road against Almere City, 86%, XG of 2.93. If you have PSV, you feel great. If you don't, like myself, you don't feel great. Let's see. CP Sporting against Ferenc, away again, but 85%. It seems like a Portugal weekend. Benfica, 85%. Porto, 80%, 81%. Then you got RSL. Let's go. RSL pretty high, 71.43%. And that XG, 2.5. That's nice. Oh, let's go. Yeah, I remember seeing that in the Sorare MLS Discord there. Let's go. Lucho, baby. Time to deploy him. Feyenoord in a great spot. Road against Sparta Rotterdam. Middlesbrough. Shout out to Lewis if he's still in here. Middlesbrough against Portsmouth. Portsmouth, Mike of Pompey. Little rivalry there. Palmeiras from Brazil. Great matchup. Union SG, 66%. Braga, 65%. They won today 2-1 against Rapid Vienna. You got Antwerp against Mechelen, 64%. Flamengo, 64%. So a lot of favorites here. Could be a little bit tricky. Do you have a new referral link? No. Whenever you fill out, he'll give you a form. Whenever you fill out the form, I think there's just a drop down and then just you put like USA/MLS. I think is what happens. Get my Hayden Morris back out. When Middlesbrough license, yeah, that's for sure. That's a shame. I'm sure you would have that collection for sure, right? Sao Paulo. So it seems like some Brazil. Usual suspects. Michelin. Lairs Michelin going off there. They had their midweek match. Club Brugge. Were any of these matches canceled, or was that a midweek thing? I can't remember. I remember one of the pods, one of the Sorare data shows. Kasim Pasa against Adana Demirspor, Turkey, another Turkey. So, yeah, MLS is never up there on the list, but it's nice to see RSL is up there. I don't have any players. There are games canceled. I don't know on Club Brugge. Okay, thank you for that. Ghent canceled. Okay. I knew there were games canceled. I assume they wouldn't show up here because this is just directly from Opta. Or I guess directly from Sorare. I really want Santiago Jimenez. Yeah, we're the same place there. I was really hoping he gets sold. Gank as well. Yeah, I think those were all mentioned. Shout out Andy Black there for posting this. I spent too much we had, so probably for the best. Yeah, I feel that with Philly. It's like, just stop buying all the Philly cards. Next year, I'll probably end up doing it again, but I need to stop. Brose, thank you for the insight there. Bruges, Ghent, Salzburg, and Twente all canceled. That's huge news there. Don't play those players. Worth it for Deeks Times. Appreciate that. So shout out to Brose for breaking that news and confirming that. So we're missing those guys. As always on this sheet, the game week info is huge. So this, especially when there's so many competitions open, we got Challenger playing. Cercle Bruges. Yeah, I do remember hearing that. Might even been you, Andy, or maybe it's I think it was at the beginning of you guys' show. You and Larry talked about that. Cercle Bruges. So no Thibaut Summers. I don't even think he was. I don't know if he's not fit or something. I don't know. Haven't even looked at any of my players. But back to this. This is huge, especially with all these competitions open. You can see the overlay. You can see everything going on. And again, highly suggest looking at this like an hour before to see if you need to make any changes. We're looking at limited right now. Crazy. D1. La Liga in season, 50 lineups, 80 rewards. So that sounds pretty good. I think it was last weekend we talked about the La Liga competitions had overlay. I didn't have any players for that, but it seems like a no-brainer. 5K in rewards for D1. The problem is I don't have a D1, so I think a lot of people don't have D1, which is making that a pretty big jump there. 87 lineups, 80 rewards in Bundesliga. Am I just going to go out and buy some stacks? Champion in season, 240 lineups, 160 rewards. So it does drop down, but Premier in season, I do think these lineup numbers are going to boost overnight. But at the moment, man, Limited has some juicy. You got the League One special. Only 160 rewards there, so 11% more down to earth there that we're normally used to. What a podium. Excuse me. If my goalie in 2, what you can see, 98th minute, brutal, absolutely brutal. Let's check out Rare because I play Rare and I do the stream team, but I play Rare here. Rare, same deal. Wow, 24 lineups, 35 rewards in D1, D1 Bundesliga, 43, 35 in season Prem D1. Obviously, I don't have that. I had to play like D4. Ray, I don't know. You have to reach out. I apologize. After, I will definitely send him a message. Egal is the one who does this. He has so much time and effort into this. I don't know how much the price is. I will find out, and then next stream I'll have that ready. But if you DM him, he'll give you a free trial, and then you can ask what it actually is. So, not really sure. So I apologize for that. Should have been prepared. What's that League One special looking like? 329 lineups and 70 rewards right now. 13K prize pool. That looks pretty juicy. I mean, I don't have any in season there. There's not a lot that you can choose from either, I believe, right? Yeah, so as of now, there's some overlay if you have D1 spots. I was looking at this one, kind of caught my eye. 329 lineups, 70 for D1 under 23. I'm definitely going to be prioritizing that. 21% as of now. You're going to get more, obviously. I would love to have like 3 under 23 D1 lineups. That's kind of like one of my goals, to kind of get up there and compete at the highest level. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm at like a 1. I think I got relegated in my D2 because I had some DNPs midweek. Got to see about that. I have like a 1, 2, and a 4 or something like that. A 1, 2, and a 3. I think the 4 is becoming a 3. But yeah, there's some overlay, but again, we're still a decent amount from lock, just under 12 hours. But interesting. Interesting for sure. If you're just joining now, any MLS questions, hit me with them. I can't. Well, I don't know if I can, but I can show you, or I can tell you what percentages I have on these guys. So definitely just let me know who you have questions on. I can explain some reasoning as well. And if you're waiting for the lineups to be posted, I apologize again. I just haven't had any free time. I had the stream as well. So I figured stream, and then I can answer any questions that you have. And then when most people wake up that are sane, not like Lewis who's up at like 3 a.m., you'll wake up and you'll have them. So basically that's kind of my thinking for this. So hopefully everyone's all right with that. If you're not, it's not going to change. So you're just going to have to deal with it. I apologize. Let's see, that looks good. Kent is only good in uncovered games. That's great. Ready to catch up on some sleep. Good call. What a day. Uzbekistani lookalike comp. John Nelson is back. Love it. I appreciate that, Red or Dead. I'm like, I might be a half an hour in, so on my commute to work tomorrow, I'm going to finish up that episode. But yeah, that was quality content by Andy and the Andys. Jack Elliott to be benched. There's a chance. I am not a Damian Lowe fan, but there is a chance that they could rotate him. But at the same time, this is a must-win to get into CONCACAF Champions Cup because Philly, they could make the playoffs. They'll probably make a playoffs pretty handily, I would think. Have a decent run. You just can't. I just can't see them making any playoff run whatsoever. Do you think Philly and Colorado go full strength? Yeah, 100%. Third place gets a CONCACAF Champions Cup spot. Fourth place gets nothing. Philly last year played Monterrey. Monterrey was already clinched. They did not care whatsoever, and Philly absolutely destroyed them. It was great, but both teams should be going after it. Can't hold anything back now. So that is nice that like they're actually playing for something, unlike most like third place matches. Oh, Davy Rofe wins me Star Sporting Lisbon goalkeeper. Yeah, shout out. That was a great matchup there, or a great reward there. Yeah, no one likes clean sheets, right? We're all living in dirty sheets here. My midweek was so bad. I didn't even sniff. I actually didn't even look. Maybe I did. I didn't even sniff a reward. I think my game week was horrendous. Might as well check it because I've been so busy. It's bicycle box. I've been so busy that I honestly haven't been able to even follow it. What do we got here? Yeah, no luck. I didn't think so. 24th in D3, so at least get promoted there, right? That's nice. Osorio had a yellow card, went off at halftime. 254 points. Terrible. Oh, here we go. Lewis coming out. I paid €10 a month before I became an expert. Maybe changed now. Okay, that's a good shout out there because I had no idea. Talis Magno didn't play. Didn't even look whether or not there's an issue there. You know, this is my D1, 223 points. Even if you played, didn't matter. Philly stack, didn't matter. Philly stack, didn't matter. So nothing to see there. McMath or Beavers? I believe I went 70% on McMath. Since Beavers had the Leagues Cup, I think they're going to go back there. Ooh, Kalina, Melanda, Lucho, Chico, and Paxton Aronson. You love to see that. That Blake error led to goal was harsh. I can't remember who said it in the Discord channel. Since it was going wide, that was kind of the rationale there. Since it was going wide, it wasn't a save because Cujo didn't get a shot on target. But yeah, it was harsh because like you don't know if you're not just going to let it go in just in case it went in, and it's just right place, right time for Rossi. But shout out to whoever explained that to me. Might have been See It Save It, or it was one of the guys in Discord. But I was the same. I was like, how is that an error led to goal? I mean, what's he supposed to do? But if it was wide, I guess that's the rationale that he didn't let it go out. But that's really harsh. Really harsh for sure. Let's see. I always love looking at under 23 because that's kind of my starting base to see where we're at. Since there's so many cards in play, like everybody's in play. Sort of data pick scores as well. Yeah, it's a shame. Like under 23, I had 2 of the like 7 playing goalkeepers, and I didn't sniff any rewards in under 23 in the midweek. But you know, that happens. I'm gonna go to under 23 just because I'm curious. Chevalier at the top. Is that Ongers? Scope. Kosetani. Wow, we have a nice mixture here. Hadel against Linz. Yeah, that's great. You love to see that. Apollo, Cambadio. Some interesting names at the top here. You're big. Let's go. Owusu-Doru. Lamans I have. Toblason up there. Kavlina I have. Yeah, I really loaded up on my under 23 goalies, that's for sure. Do I have too many? Probably. Yes, probably. Vandevort, yeah, not looking like he's going to start. Hopefully by the end of the year, he wins that. Chris Brady, surprisingly high. Probably some AA game here. They have 85% on Beavers. I'm the opposite on that. But again, that's just me personally. Schultz is in there, but I guess probably play him if I'm going to. LAFC just, man, they're on fire. They are on fire. So there's actually not that many under 23 goalies that are starting. It's a reasonable. There's a lot, but it's a reasonable amount. Honestly, I thought I was going to keep scrolling there. Just interested to see who's the AAA top. Ipswich playing Man City. That is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Scoring wise in the in-season Prem, I don't have any City other than Doku, and it's not an in-season, so that's going to be tough. Flamingo has been playing really well for PSV. That's a card that I would be very interested in. There's some that you play in domestic comps. We have Gertruda, Inacio, huge favorites, so that makes sense. You'd probably lock them in for 60, call it even there. Saliba, sure, De Kuiper. We said Club Brugge is still on, right? Yeah. Who are they playing? Dender in third. There's so many shocking results in the Jupiler so far that I can't believe they're so poor to start the season. Some K-League stuff that I know absolutely nothing about, and I'm not going to pretend to know anything about. I know the teams, but I just don't know. I can't decipher. It might sound bad, but I just can't decipher who's who. I just really struggle. Tavon Gray in a really good spot. He is available for selection. Just don't know if he's going to start or not. Malanda, I like Malanda for sure. In this matchup, foremost Mendy for Lorient. Interesting for sure. Valentin Gomez, upside, long term, for sure. Not gonna scroll any further. I wonder if Tim Ream's gonna score well. Yeah, it's interesting. I was kind of surprised that they got him just because that back line had so many clean sheets and have been really good. So I don't know why you bring him in, but he's a leader. He can still play. Like it's not like he can't play at the MLS level. Like MLS defenders are not very good. So as far as MLS defenders, he's a solid MLS defender. He's still got it. Xavi Simmons playing Bochum. Jude. I'd be shocked if people played Jude in under 23. But who knows? McMath 70%, Beavers 30%. I think they go back to McMath because Beavers was given the Leagues Cup, which did not go well, obviously, for them. So that's kind of what I think there. I know Sorare Data is flip-flop on that, but I'm going to McMath 70%. I don't have either of them. Full transparency there. Love to see Paxton up there against NAC. AAA matchup. He had a decisive, didn't he? Last match, right? Yes, he did. 81.6. What a stud. What a stud. Oh, Pax. Yeah, Batterina maybe. It's a rotation there, possibility. Saka, always in a good spot, huh? Musiala. You love to see Bundesliga coming back. That's always a nice little boost that not having them, now having them. Vert's coming back, but they don't have kind of tough on the road at least. Probably not that tough. Do we think that Leverkusen is going to lose any matches this year? I do think they do have a little bit of a drop off, in my opinion. Yeah, Paxton was solid. What's up, Taco Slayer? He was solid for sure. He had some really nice moments. Griffin Yao looked really nice. I think he did really well in the spotlight as well. Just kind of boost his stock. Aiden Morris, let's go, baby. Bogusz has been unbelievable. Is he going to go to Celtic? They should cash in if they're going to splash some cash. I think if Furu goes to Man City, it's kind of a domino effect, right? But actually, I did see something where they said even if he doesn't, you could say, server person, what's happening? Great username. Let's go. What percentage do you have for Zach McGraw and Jalen Neal? All my good challenger defenders are still in Leagues Cup, so I'm trying to make it one more week. I can tell you in 1 second. My percentages, I do have McGraw's slight favored. Actually, let's pull Portland so we can just kind of talk it through. Kamal Miller is out due to yellow card accumulation. That's why I have McGraw. If you look at Leagues Cup, I know Leagues Cup, people do some weird things. McGraw has been pretty good. Not the last match where they gave up 3. Shout out to St. Louis. St. Louis boys are still here. It'd help if I got off the screen. McGraw and Zuparic were pretty good. I mean, they're solid, but I have it a toss-up between McGraw. I think it's 50-50 between McGraw and Zuparic, and then Araujo, I think has a good chance to start it right. It's kind of like a toss-up between the three of them. You don't feel great about that. And then Jalen Neal, I do think Jalen Neal is going to start. I believe I have him at 70%, so there is a little bit just because he started the last match. Sometimes they rotate. I would probably lean Neal in that situation out of the two. Doku finally going to light it up? Yeah, I really hope so. Really hope so. Denver's good. Yeah, I just kind of shocked. You usually don't see, teams that get promoted do so well, which Westerlo, Charleroi, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Is Colorado dead without Bombito? He's so fast. It's Abubakar. I think I was talking to Black and some others. Like, that hair is so suboptimal. Like, that has to, I think Black said a pound, whatever it is. It just seems like that doesn't help him. That kind of slows him down a little bit. It's just, hey, wear your hair however you want, but I just feel like it's suboptimal. Unless, goal line clearance with the hair. But yeah, it's a huge step back. Abubakar started last year, if you remember, but Bombito has shown his class. He's made mistakes too, but pretty fun to watch. It's a shame he's gone, but you got to cash in. MLS team's got to cash in. It just is what it is. Tragedy Tavernier. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. Yeah, they need to bring Armas needs to bring in the New York Yankees type of thing. No facial hair. You're gonna have just all buzz cuts. Yeah, let's go. Same time. I swear I did not see that. I think you're just typing it as I was saying it. Let's go. Just Rapids players, cut it off. Let's go. That's hysterical. You know what? I'm not sure, just because I have to do all these lineups as well, and I do have to work tomorrow. I think I'm just going to kind of talk through building my lineups so I can get those at the same time. Instead of doing a stream team, I'll probably do a stream team like late night if I have the motivation. If not, I just won't put limiteds. What am I doing? We have the button, so it's the ultimate time saving. You love to see it. It's the best. It's the best around. Wow, we got so many competitions. I don't even know where to start. Under 23. Under 23. Second, D1, D2, and D3. Johanneton, what's happening? We're like a couple weeks away from the international break. I know you're pumped. So let's get one of my favorite features is the My Players here that you can sort by whatever competition you're looking at here, and it kind of gives you a little bit of with the experts that predict. So it's great just having that percent rate at your hand. You can filter out players, which I do like doing. Atabola had that appendectomy. That's a bummer because I was really hoping for a Bundesliga team. Just got on a plane to Germany. Let's go. Had a fantastic second in D1 under 23. Let's go. Can't wait for reward day. Oh, yeah. No whammy on the Opta. Let's go. So I'm actually going to hide. Predict a spark minimum. We'll go 50%. I think that's a solid amount. Just kind of hides all the guys that aren't going to start that we don't have to worry about because you don't want to play anybody that's less than 50%. The 999 just means they haven't been predicted. So Egal has almost every league. It's like I think it's like 90% of coverage, which is great. There are some gaps for sure, but with this, I'll admit after the stream, I gotta plug in a few of these percents as well. So part of it's me. All right, are we playing Hadel? 54%. They did have a midweek. great matchup. 40% on the clean sheet. Urbig, 63% on the win. Not that that changed anything for a goalie, but 40% as well. Interesting. Yeah. So I like to kind of break the tie between these. And Urbig is projected at 87. Again, with more of, I kind of say this every stream, with more data, these get more reliable. So some of these don't have any data in there, or just a couple game weeks. So that'll get better as we go. But 87, Urbig looks like he's going to get the nod as my top goalie. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I guess I could go either way, but we are going to do that. At defense, Aurier, yeah, he is risk to. Trying to reconnect. Hopefully, we're not losing connection on the stream as well. That would be a bad day. Oh, we're good. He is risk for rotation since they did have the midweek, so I definitely don't want to put in my top lineup. De Kuiper, 80%. They have done a little bit of left back, right back roulette. Tolkien, Inacio, I kind of like Inacio playing him. He's safe. They are going to win over 50% on the clean sheet, so you can almost lock in that plus 10. You can't actually, but yeah, I kind of like him, even though he's not as high on the board. Oh yeah, he is. He's at the top. I'm like looking down here, like, how is he a B rating? Yeah, I like that he's there. We're going to go with him. Varela doesn't really have the upside, but just a great matchup as always. There is like that one random match where he puts up 100, like 2 goals and assists out of nowhere, but he is an AA merchant. Martel, another defensive mid. Tony Fruch, playing my goalkeeper. Jack McGlynn. I just don't understand. Is it herd mentality, or why is he just not projected to start? Like, because he got subbed off after like 60-some minutes. Another thing, back to the Jose Martinez, he covered for Jack McGlynn a lot. Jack McGlynn doesn't do a lot defensively, and he's not very fast. I know they play that compact 4-1-2-1-2, but Jose Martinez covered for him a lot and allowed McGlynn to get forward more, which is a big part as well. So, yeah, we got some absolute goats in here. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, so thank you all for coming in here. We have more than usual, especially it's 11 o'clock here. So what, fast forward 5-6 hours for some of you, your crowd. Crazy that you guys are watching right now. And shout out to anyone that watches this back, because there are several of you that wake up in the morning and you DM me that you watched it back. Shout out to you, because I'm sure there's lulls whenever we're going through this, and for some of you guys to watch it back is awesome. I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube fully, so I appreciate all the watch hours. I think you have to have like 4,000 watch hours. I'm pretty sure 4,000 watch hours to get monetized, because I have the followers or the subscribers, whatever. So that's kind of my goal. I guess that would be cool. Make like 10 cents a video or something. Daniel Cooper, yeah, West Coast is the best coast as far as like sporting events. Man, like if you go out to Vegas, which I've gone out to Vegas several times, man, it's awesome, right? You just kind of wake up earlier, because I'm used to East Coast. You wake up early. Man, it's just something absolutely amazing. I went out there the one year, and let's see, it was the Belmont Stakes. So we had the Belmont Stakes. I think we had the Champions League final, and we had like baseball going on. It was just like an all day, and it's like, wait, it's only like 4:30, and all the like normal 7:05 games are starting. Hey, Alex, good luck to you as well. Let me start running some old videos in the background. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. It's just like a side quest. It's not like anything crazy. Oh yeah, the EPL mornings, like, they're tough for me. Like the 7:30 kickoff. Let's be honest, I have a kid that wakes me up earlier, but they are kind of tough. But 4:30 a.m. Yeah, NFL Sundays. Yes, yes. NFL Sundays are unbelievable. I mean, what's better than waking up and what? It's a 10:30 start for you or a 10 o'clock start. Beautiful. You love to see it. Back to midfields. Nothing like getting way off topic about time zones. It's nothing better than a little time zone talk. Martel's projected the most here, but we got Yogi Barriel, Tony Fruch, Barrero. I put him at 60%. Also, you can see these if you get the sheet. You have access to all the percents that I put on there as well. Michelin, yeah, we'll see on him as well. Boy, as far as midfield options, they're not that great for guaranteed starters. I pulled the Essence Tier 5, and I got Amari Hutchinson. That's a huge win. Not against Man City, but that's a huge win for a Tier 5. I'm not sure what he is, but I don't even know if he's in prize pools yet, but he's definitely better than a Tier 5 pool. Wake up, have breakfast, perfectly in time to watch football all day. Prime in the morning as well. Boy, is that not the life. I mean, I can't complain completely. Right now, we can watch literally, there is soccer all day. Morning, nonstop fantasy. Yeah, fantasy notifications. Let's go. Right now, you can just find a match all day. And I'm kind of bummed. I have my first hockey games this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, I'll be at the rink. So I won't be able to just, settle down and not move from the couch all weekend, which is always a win for me. Big fan. Do we play Martel in the same lineup? Do we go a little Cologne stack? Do we go Tony Fruch on the road? It's just not the best option. So I will be running 3. So I will have to play 3 of these guys. Do we shoot the moon and hope it's a Varela upside? He just doesn't really do it. Let's see the last time he had upside. He's just so steady. Shout out to Cap whenever Cap 240 was there. He'd be a great Cap player, that's for sure. First time using the button. Let's go, Daniel. How great was the feeling of just clicking the button and letting it just... You love to see it. You love to hear it. You love to see it. You love everything about it. With me having to do lineups and everything, like as far as Surrey Insight and Predictify and Surrey probabilities, I'll probably wrap it up here soon. Just last few minutes or so, just so that I'm not up all night. Plus, I'll do my lineups. With work, I might just wake up early in the morning and just do my lineups in the morning. I don't know. At first, I was like, yeah, let me do my lineups here. And then you ever feel like that, and you're just like, I don't really feel like building my lineups. I should get more enthused into this, but I'll build one lineup. Martel, he's kind of the same thing, DM. But it was a Ebbs Fleet or whoever that is, or Braunschweig. I don't know. Great AA, obviously. But is he capped at like 60? Any of your students know about your server life? I don't know. I think several found the YouTube channel last year or something, so I keep it pretty PG for this. J-Blaze, I didn't answer this. Also had conflicting information there, so I think I did see the post. I'm like, wait, did I miss this? So I changed it. So I took them out. I went back through. Actually, let's go together just so that I can verify this and call it the same. So let's go through this. We're gonna go through it game by game. Yellow card rule. I'm gonna take the comment off. So we'll go with Luna. Okay. Yellow card rule, if you have 5 straight matches without one, it takes one away. So 5 would be the suspension. So let's roll through this. As long as my sheet's right, which it should be right. All right, so we're at 1. He went 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 straight without. So we're back to 0. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. So he should be at 4. Should be at 4. All right. If my info is right, should be at 4. Should be good to go. Should be 1 away from suspension. So hopefully that's right. I did change that on my lineup predictions. I did have him out. Man, that would have been huge if he was out. I had that earlier out. So Diego Luna should be good. Should be good. Should be on 4. So like 5 minus 1 equals 4. So Cooper as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Fire these questions out. Like I said, my DMs will be open as well if you have any questions. It's just the amount of work is piling up. So hopefully I'll be better prepared next week. I should be. It's just I do a lot. It can be pretty overwhelming at times. So yeah. All right, we're still here. my screen minimized, and I'm like, did I lose them? All right, we're still good. So, any other questions? Like I said, if you're a subscriber on Predictify, Server Probabilities, or Server Inside, as soon as I get off the stream, I'm just going to upload all of the actual percents. I had preliminary lineups in there. I'll probably start doing that. Just put it like my preliminary starters in there so that you have like a starting point if you want to do that. But the goal is to kind of have these done by Wednesday/Thursday so that you have enough time to kind of look at it. But in MLS, we literally got so much news today. So like that's why it doesn't really make sense to do the final lineups because I'm going to have to go back and change them anyway. So just to get kind of that preliminary lineup. That's kind of my thinking. But I want to have something out there, obviously. So if you are building your lineups, if you already built your lineups, great. If you are waiting to build your lineups, give me like an hour or two, and then the site will be updated. Everything will be good, and we can kind of roll from there. So any last minute questions? I know I kind of cut it short. It's only like an hour stream, but it seems like the questions are dying down, which seems like a good time to maybe call it. It is 11:12 here. I do have to work in the morning, get up at 5:30, so cutting into the sleep. Definitely want to get a little bit of. Server Insight still working on team-specific notifications. Yeah, it's on the roadmap. I don't know the progress in that, but that is on the roadmap. That's one thing to note there. Fagundes to start. So for the Galaxy, I don't think Royce will start out of the gate. So I still have Fagundes in that left mid spot. I have him. I'm not sure what percent I have on him. I think like 60 to 70%. I'll have to definitely check on that. But I have him on the left. I have Paintsel still up top as that false 9. Ricky Pooge at cam, and Peck at right mid. Cirillo has played like every match, so I know this wasn't the question. Are they going to ever go to Delgado and Brugman together as the combo? Because, I mean, I know Brugman was out, but he's good now. They haven't played together. It's been Delgado and Cirillo pretty much the whole time. Maybe it's just they like the defensive role that Cirillo brings. But eventually, I think Cirillo is going to lose his spot, especially with Marco Royce coming in. So that's kind of, I do think Fagundes starts again. Is there a way that he maybe doesn't start? Sure. Maybe a formation change or something like that. As far as the Galaxy, when Royce comes in, I kind of want to see a starting lineup when Royce is in there. It's going to be really hard to predict kind of when he's in the starting lineup because, I don't know, he hasn't had like I feel like he hasn't had a preseason, and they'll work him in like Giroud did after the Euros, but it's kind of a tough call. All right, last call. Any other questions? If not, or if you think of one, I can't really use my phone at work. But if it's like before, let's see, if it's like before 7:30 a.m., I can usually answer DMs. So it's kind of that cutoff. With like team news coming out, hopefully see Tata Martino's presser. Should be able to swing that hopefully before lock. There are bigger things in life that like checking your Sorare lineups and make sure you don't miss any team news. So with that, shout out to everybody in here, man. We had a really nice showing. So who would have thought you just needed the actual league to come back to get a great showing here. So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everyone in the chat just asking questions, being engaged. And I appreciate everyone for liking the video if you didn't already. And all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. Good luck this weekend. Again, the overlay, always check out that. It looks like La Liga in season limited is the way to go. So if you want to check out that, if you have a D1 entry, as of now, there's some overlay there. That's definitely worth a shout. Daniel Cooper, thank you. Appreciate you too. Annie Black, you too. Taco Slayer, you too. Let's go. Orlando's a nice matchup as well. So hopefully you do well. Shout out to everybody, man. I love the community. I love doing this. If I didn't love doing this, I would just not do it anymore, obviously. Daniel, absolutely have a good night to you. Good night to you, Brose. And Rip Alex. So, GG's, everybody. And GF, as everyone says. So, again, I'm getting after it. Get some sleep. No sleep for the wicked. Let's go. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully everyone podiums with all the podiums out there. I mean, all the competitions. Why not all of us podium? So shout out to all of you. I appreciate all of you. And let's see. For the midweek, I guess see you back here on Monday. Let's go.